Italians' greatest gift to mankind, red wine. Hello, my friends, and happy Friday night. Well, it's a very good Friday night for me. I'm drinking some red wine. I just got back from my jazz friends downtown. They drove in from Pittsburgh to give us a nice little jazz concert here in Ohio. And I'm feeling cheery. So let's do a little news and nonsense because I feel like making somebody laugh. But first, the news. Well, the world's fastest supercomputer, it's called the exascale computer, has officially arrived. Exascale. This thing performs more than a quintillion calculations per second. I have no idea how many zeros that is, but this computer is called the Frontier. The Frontier computer. Okay, I guess that's as good a name as any. It says here, exascale computing is expected to allow for new advances in a variety of scientific fields that depend on vastly complex calculations. Man, I would love to have a computer like this for YouTube. Quintillion calculations per second. Seriously, how many zeros is that? All right, you guys remember the cell phone company HTC? You know, help this company. They may be coming out with a new cell phone called Viverse. Anyway, the company said it's going to launch a new high-end smartphone with the same kind of metaverse feature. HTC has teased a launch date for that device on Twitter with image showing a phone shape and HTC's Viverse logo. It's likely to offer an AR/VR experience via HTC's open source Viverse. I used to have an HTC phone. I liked it, but yeah, they kind of fell by the wayside, at least when it comes to phones. But check out the HTC Viverse or Viverse or whatever. Tiny Linux distro lets you boot up and blow away Doom demons. There is something new called Doom Linux. Allows you to boot up and blast demons. Okay, here's the thing. If you're trying to impress a new Windows or a Windows user with some new Linux, I probably wouldn't choose a Linux distribution called Doom, if you know what I mean. Apparently there is a specific Linux distro based off of Doom. Why not? So here's an article here, what Google can do to boost the sales of Chromebooks. I guess the sale of Chromebooks have dropped off a bit, but let's take a look at this list real quick. Number one, introduce more models with top-notch specs. Yeah, I guess that the top of the line Chromebooks, they max out at 8 gigs. That may not be a lot for a lot of people, but more top models with top-notch specs, sure. I mean, I have 2 Chromebooks, so yeah, that I can agree with. Adapt Android apps to Chromebooks practically. If you have used Android apps on your Chromebook, you realize that they are mostly mobile versions of apps on a bigger screen. Yeah, sometimes they don't really look right, so I can certainly agree with that. Invite top software companies to Chrome OS. 100% agree with that. Create a gaming environment on Chromebooks. Well, Chromebooks, the higher-end Chromebooks are capable of gaming, so this would add to that, like integrating Steam and all that. Okay, all right, I can certainly see that. Improve the integration between Chrome OS and Android. All right, so Chromebooks can connect with your Android phone through the phone hub. To be fair, there is a lot you can do. However, you'd expect something more than cutting edge from an innovative giant like Google. All right, I don't really do much of this, connecting Chrome OS and Android, my phone. But the more features like this, I guess it would make it easier to marry your phone, your Android phone, to your Chromebook. So I guess I can see that. Introduce native Chromebooks apps or improve the web apps. Okay, I'm all for that. And finally, it says Chromebooks can be as successful as Android phones. Yeah, Chromebooks are affordable. They're everywhere. They are easy to use. There's no maintenance involved. I've never heard a Chromebook get malware, like zero, so far. It's probably possible, but so far I haven't seen it. So, yeah, Chromebooks can potentially be even more successful than they are. All right, enough of that. Let's go into some nonsense, shall we? The Italian city of Palermo shuts down all systems to fend off a cyber attack. Now, Palermo is in Sicily, I do believe. I guess they suffered a cyber attack last Friday. This affected operations and services to citizens and visiting tourists. Palermo is has 1.3 million people. It seems ironic that, of all places, why did hackers attack the city of Palermo. Don't you know it's disrespectful to the Godfather family? This is not very good. Someone's going to get a computer head chopped off inside somebody's bed. But yeah, I guess this is for real. Of all places, Palermo, Sicily. It just goes to show when it comes to the web, you are safe nowhere, right? Okay, this is scary. 2 pilots fell asleep driving or flying an Airbus A330. Both pilots, I guess pilot and co-pilot, fell asleep aboard an ITA Airways flight from New York to Rome. They were asleep at the same time and failed to maintain communication with air traffic control for about 10 minutes. This took place on the 1st of May. This was a scheduled flight between New York's JFK and Rome aboard the AS330. You know, I can just imagine the Italian air traffic controllers screaming in Italian, "Mabaffa, what's the matter with you? Wake your ass up." That's scary. Nothing happened, thankfully, but man, more coffee for these pilots, please. All right, next story. A shocked patient was charged $40. Is this real? I guess it is. A patient was charged $40 for crying at the doctor's office. A New York woman was charged $40 for crying at a doctor's appointment. She was charged this under the heading Brief Emotional Behavement Assessment. One tier in and they charge her $40 without addressing why she was crying. Man, it really. All right, so here's the thing. What if the reverse is true? What if I go to see a doctor and I make that doctor laugh? Do I get to charge them $40 for making them feel better? Man, that's cruel. Well, be careful on your next doctor bill. All right, finally on News and Nonsense, a British man deadlifts 285.49 pounds with a finger. A British martial artist broke a decade-old Guinness World Record by deadlifting over 285 pounds with a single finger. This gentleman, aged 48, used only his middle finger to lift the 6 iron weights in Ashford, Kent. You know what, guys? This gives a whole new meaning to the term giving someone a middle finger. That's a lot of pounds for the middle, 285 pounds. Okay, well, good for him. That's it. That's all I have for this News and Nonsense. If you have anything funny or unusual to share, please post them in the comments below. I'm going to finish my wine before I go to bed. Catch you on the next one. Arrivederci.